Returning now to our top story, and Prime Minister Tony Abbott is promising families will save around $550 a year. Now the carbon tax has been repealed, that is.
While power price cuts will form the bulk of those savings, keeping track of the other price reductions may be trickier.
For Camperdown Cellars Managing Director Rip Virapoulos, electricity is one of his biggest costs behind occupancy and wages.
Energy retail has increased 80% in the last few years.
So he tried to get ahead of the carbon tax by upgrading his equipment and fixtures as it was being introduced in 2012.
We had a lot of halogen lights, so it's over 200 in this building alone, and they were chewing 50 watts each, so they've been reduced down to about 8.
Tens of thousands of dollars were spent on the upgrade.
It hasn't paid itself back yet.
But what it has done is offset the carbon tax related electricity price increases.
We saw a reduction of at least 10%, 10 to 15%, so basically we've come out slightly above where we were prior to the tax.
Those costs should come down even further for both business and households. The government says the repeal of the carbon tax should lower electricity bills by 9%, gas by 7%.
I'd expect to see households receive benefits of between $100 and $200 a year.
Households should also expect a small refund. The price of carbon rose from $24.15 per tonne to $25.40 on July the 1st. The government's repeal is backdated to include that increase.
So there'll be about $10 to $20 for each household.
Experts say power companies have no choice but to pass on all cuts.
The community reputation is a very important element of their business. So it's going to be in their best interest.
The ACCC says it will monitor electricity prices, but what will be harder to track are the other $300 worth of savings per year consumers should see. Any product or service across the economy which requires energy to produce, like groceries to waste services, should be at least a few cents cheaper, contributing to a 0.7% fall in inflation. The Reserve Bank Board considers the inflation rate when it makes its decision on interest rates every month, but it tends to look beyond one-off movements in the consumer price index, just like when the carbon tax added to inflation in 2012. That means the official cash rate is likely to remain steady for some time yet. Ricardo, Goncalves, SBS World News.